So as I'm sure you guys are aware, Eminem just released his newest single titled Walk on Water featuring Beyonce, the first single from his upcoming album Revival. We've all been waiting for this for over a year now, so that begs the question, is it good? Well, this is CDTVProductions and let's talk about it. So I think I'll start this off by saying I do like this song. Even though the subject matter is something that Eminem spoke about before, it's stuff that he's touched on a lot, it still feels kind of fresh. Like the way he talks about it, the words he uses, there's still something about it that feels very new. Which is pretty good considering he's more than 2 decades into his career now. The whole track is essentially about him being worried about meeting the expectations of fans, and how he doesn't like the uncertainty of it, not knowing if his fans are gonna trash his new music. And he matches this by using a very kind of sincere delivery throughout. There's even points in the track where he talks in pretty much his speaking voice, and it really helps with making the track feel like it's literally just like talking to you. It's great to see the emotion is still here. I think the vulnerability of this track really is a strong point. I also found it interesting how the beat barely had any drums. There was like occasionally this kind of, I'd describe it as an explosion-y kick kind of sound, but that only came up every 4 or 8 bars roughly, and I'm kind of mixed on how I feel about that. It was interesting, but at the same time, I mean, it fits the theme of the song with it being more personal, you know, so it's laid back with less of a drum pattern, but I do feel like some type of drum pattern on here would have helped the song move along a bit more. And of course, that does bring me to the criticisms, because there are some criticisms I have of this. I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's always important to criticize your favorite artists, and this song wasn't perfect. The main thing I feel unsure of is Beyonce's hook. Now, don't get me wrong on that. I think it's a beautiful hook and it's very powerful, but I'm just not sure how I felt about it on this song. Like, as a hook on its own, if you just take it out of this song, put it by itself, it's very good, very powerful, it's a good hook. But I'm just not sure how I feel about it on an Eminem song. That's what I mean when I say that. It fits the message and everything, but it kind of feels like something that Macklemore would use to make a comparison. It feels like something Macklemore would use on one of his more radio hit songs. And I'm not sure if that's something I want to hear on an Eminem track. I know he's collaborated with a lot of people in the pop scene before. He's done songs with Pink, Skylar Grey, Rihanna. And I usually like the songs he actually does collaborating with pop artists, but this one I just wasn't really feeling it. There was just something that didn't feel right about it to me. Also, I may be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure there were a couple parts in the song where Eminem's flow sounded a little stilted, which is worrying because that's usually his strongest point. Like, there were some times where he would start saying a line like halfway through the bar or 3/4 of the way through a bar, and it just sounded like really rushed in. Like, there's one specific line, like, to give an example, on the 3rd verse, there's a line, about 3 lines in, where he says, a flawed human, I guess.
At times juvenile, yes, I goof and I jest. A flawed human, I guess, but...
He started that line, the way he started that line, it just felt kind of a little bit stilted, and it's not really a huge issue, it's just, I felt that it sounded a bit off in places on this song, but... overall, like I said, I do like this song, and it's done its job because I am very excited for Revival. I just don't feel like this is going to be the best song on it. So I am going to give this song a 7 out of 10. I have very high expectations for Eminem, and this song did meet most of them. There was just a few areas in which I felt it was lacking. I also kind of like the bit at the end, where it did end on a light-hearted note to kind of ease everything up a little bit. Honestly, when I finished this song, if I'm being honest, it did kind of leave me feeling like I wanted more from it. And I felt like we didn't get exactly everything we could have from the track, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. 7 out of 10 is the rating I'm gonna give this one. Well guys, thank you so much for watching this one. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you did. This is obviously just going to be a very short one because it's just a review of a single. And I might do more of these in the future for some singles that I particularly want to talk about. Obviously, I'm going to do videos on Revival when it comes out, so if you haven't subscribed already, you can click the button below to subscribe and see those when they come out. Of course, we're on the road to 100k as well, so hoping we can hit that as fast as possible. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you all in the next one, and this is CDTV Productions, signing out.